So I'm happy to say that today, the 6th of June 2017, marks the anniversary of the creation of 24-hour Imaginarium. 24-hour Imaginarium. 24-hour Imaginarium. So myself and a great friend of mine, Dale, also known as at the Wildcard, we collaborated together and created 24-hour Imaginarium. We collaborated together and created 24-hour Imaginarium on this day last year, and the idea behind it was to get like minds or non-like minds together, and on an individual basis, which by default would make it a collaborative effort on a grand scale, to focus our thoughts and intentions on the things that we want to create for humanity, for a new, more positive world, whatever that means to you as the individual. So more positive world, whatever that means to you as the individual. So a new, more positive world, whatever that means to you as the individual. So a few people have asked me what the 24-hour Imaginarium is, the exact formula or what they do to go about being involved. And really, 24-hour Imaginarium is a very personal thing to the individual, in the sense that whatever your intentions or desires or wants, needs, you feel would make for a better living existence on this planet, that's the idea, is to focus your thoughts on those things. And what I would say is, whatever you do that brings you the most joy, whatever you do that brings you the most happiness, brings you the most happiness, brings you the most happiness, and it can be something so simple. It could be,
hey Joe, take a walk on the wild side.
That you decide to take a day off work and you just go and watch a show, or just spend the day being indulgent. So it could be that you're going to have a nice bath with candles lit around it. Think about the things you want to create, perhaps collectively for humanity, the better world you want, or perhaps just on an individual basis. Listen to a nice piece of music, or you might have a favourite piece of music that you want to listen to that puts you in alignment with those things that you want to bring in, because whatever we feel, whatever we're feeling in our hearts, and when people come together collectively in what this would be, I would call it a meditative experience on a collective level, on a grand scale. That is what creates reality. That is what creates the reality that we decode as external to ourselves. So whatever you do on an individual basis, as people have thoughts of love and joy and happiness, if that happens on a collective scale, this is what we're going to bring in as a collective reality. This is what we can shift into. So I just wanted to clarify what 24-hour Imaginarium actually is. It's not necessarily that you have to go to a specific place on Minds, or we did have the Do As One breathing room, which I believe, I'll double check, but I believe we've still got that this time around. So you can go into the breathing room and you can do meditation and kind of connect with people who are doing meditation as well. But I will say that's not necessary. You don't have to do that. If you're in a place where you think, well, I can't get to technology, so I can't get into this breathing room, it doesn't matter. You can be anywhere in the world. It's about your thoughts and and intentions, and what you do on the day, for 24-hour Imaginarium, it's what you do that creates the vibration that you send out. Sometimes it's difficult for us to comprehend how something like this works, but the only way that I can describe it is, we all accept the law of gravity. We accept that the gravitational pull holds us to the earth.
Hey, Jewel, take a walk on the wild side.
And we also accept in science that a magnet will draw something to it. We can actually watch this process happening when a magnet draws something to it, and that thing sticks to it solid. The vibrational energy that is being projected in order to pull that magnet. We don't see that energy, yet we accept it exists. And in the same way, our thoughts are vibratory in nature. The words we speak are vibratory in nature.
Take a walk on the wild side.
And they create our reality. They create our existence. So,
hey, Jewel, take a walk on the wild side. Hey, Jewel, take a walk on the wild side.
The best way to do that is the emotion that we are feeling when we have these thoughts and intentions. So say, for example, we intend to bring more love into our life. We feel that we don't have enough love, or we don't have enough friendships socially, so we want to bring more of that into our lives, and this is just an example. Then obviously we would focus our thoughts and intentions on bringing that into our reality, and at the same time as having this thought process, we do something that generates a very positive, loving feeling within us. So as I say, music on a vibrational level is very powerful. Laughter is very powerful. You might have a comedian or somebody that really makes you laugh. It might be Bill Hicks, it might be Billy Connolly, it could be anybody. Russell Brand. So you watch one of those comedians, they make you laugh, and at the same time you can be having these thoughts about bringing in more friendships and more loving connections into your reality. You do it at the same time, because the key to bringing this into your reality faster is the emotion you feel when you have the thought process. The thought process is what we would call meditation. That is the meditation. You're focusing on those thoughts, but at the same time, synchronistically, at the same time, you are doing something that gives you that joy. So it could be having a bath, it could be walking through a forest of beautiful trees and go and see a show, or do something that you wouldn't normally do. And even if you have to work on this day, it doesn't matter. You can still, even if you had an hour's break from work, you could use that time to just have a period of focusing your intention on something wonderful. And it doesn't have to be selfless. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to focus on world peace. You do what brings you the most joy, because if you're feeling in a state of joy and happiness and love, if everybody feels in a state of joy and happiness and love at the same time, then we will bring joy and love into the reality on a collective level. So anyway, I want to wish everybody a really good, positive and wonderful 24-hour Imaginarium, and we can all talk about it when we come out.